Hey, good noonish, everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. It's Wednesday. Yay, halfway through, almost cruising to the weekend, right? So we're gonna have positive thoughts that way. Today, my dear, fantastic husband, Brian, is with me because we are gonna talk about our Rocketbooks. And we love systems. We're kind of the type A people. We like to be organized. But hey, we got 10 kids. We got a bunch of businesses going on. Without organization, it pretty much crashes and burns really quick. And so just over a year ago, I was looking for a birthday gift for our daughter Megan. And she's an artist and she was in school at the time. She needed something to take her notes and do her sketches and stuff like that. And I found these books and I showed it to Brian. I'm like, hey, do you think this would be a great birthday gift for Megan? And he's like, yeah. And
I need one.
And he's like, and I want one too. So he got one, and a few months later, I got one too. And we legitimately use these every single day. We've referred dozens of people to Rocketbooks because they truly help us keep our lives running more smoothly. They help keep us more organized. And so we thought more people might benefit, and so we thought we'd tell you about them. Just to be clear, we are not compensated for this. We have paid for every Rocketbook we have. Our friends have paid for every Rocketbook. Rocketbook doesn't know we exist. So, but a few of our friends have gotten them recently, and they're like, how do we use them? So we thought we'd come on and tell you how we use them. So, what is a Rocketbook?
It is a reusable notebook that my well-worn, as you see the cover is a little bent and twisted. It's had a good year's worth of use. But it's a reusable notebook that uses Mylar pages. So look at like a film. And so you write on the pages. It wipes clean with a cloth. So here's it comes
included.
Comes with a microfiber cloth. This works great. I usually get it wet. About once a week, I'll go through my notebook, scan the images, clean off the pages with a microfiber cloth and with a paper towel, and makes nice clean pages again.
But if you lose the microfiber cloth like we have, a paper towel works too.
Yeah.
So you don't have to have them.
It does great. Now the Rocketbook itself works with friction pens. And these are just regular pens. These are pens you can buy pretty much in any store. There's clickable ones that we can get refills for. We use black, blue, and red quite a bit, so we've ordered refills on Amazon, which is a great way to save some money and really easy to keep a refill with you if you run out of ink. And then they also have just standard pens that aren't clickable. These are not refillable, but you do get one friction pen with your Rocketbook. These pens work on any kind of paper. And they're great. They do amazing line work, and you can erase.
They're
really
erasable. Well. I now let my children use pen for math because of these pens.
And truly erasable as far as it goes away. And for people like Lainey who love color, they come in lots of colors. They even come in more colors than these, but we tend to get the 7-pack.
Yeah, like in the past year, I've probably bought 5 of those packs, and I go through them. Or maybe our blessed children help escort them to the land of away. Yeah. But anyway, I bought a lot.
Regardless, they work well. They work on regular paper. They work on with the Rocketbook. So when you use a friction pen in the Rocketbook, that's what allows you to just wipe off the page with water in the microfiber cloth. The other thing and the reason I use a Rocketbook is that it pairs. There's a free app that you can use on your phone. You can see the Rocketbook app here. And so it's a free app that's used to scan your pages. Now I do a lot of work. I use this to keep my work notes in order. So here's an example. These were some street sections I'm using for a project. And at the bottom, I'll zoom in here, you see, at the bottom of these little icons that you have, and they mean different things. You can assign where this goes. So for me, this icon is assigned to email it to me. So when I take that picture, it can automatically email it to me. This is my project folder for this project. And so it will automatically upload into my Google Drive into my notes folder. And so that's how I'm able to keep things organized and not have a lot of pages floating around. You can also choose to save it as a PDF and bundle it, because I'll have several pages of notes for the same project. Or I'll also, if I'm doing a sketch for a project, I'll scan it as a JPEG and email it to me or put it in a folder, and then I can just take that into Photoshop and color it or do any other changes that way. One thing you may have noticed at the top here, if you use a double hashtag at the top of the page like this, one of the scanning features is it will identify that double hashtag it'll automatically give that title to the file that it scans. So that scan file gets that title. So it's very helpful to keep things organized that way. The other thing it does is it is an OCR reader. So as it scans my notes, it'll convert my handwriting into searchable text when I do it as a PDF. And so that way I'm able to find things, as I will tend to bundle all my notes together in one large file.
And you might have to set up some of those settings in the app to do those things, but truly it's just clicking a button in the app and telling it to do that. So that's how he uses his. Mine is really more for lists. So I got the executive size initially, so as opposed to the like letter size, it's smaller. So mine is basically lists. So there's, master to-do lists.
She loves lists.
Because I love lists. So I separated out by topic all the different lists. So each page has a different list. And then I also wanted a calendar. So I created this. I drew it with my friction pen for a while. And then after I got it the way I liked it, I actually Sharpied it. So now I can wipe this page off. Let's use some mom spit. Okay. And I can just make the writing go away. Okay. So, but the lines stay. So I did that, and that's now my calendar, and I can wipe it off every week. And I also use it for notes, and, so sometimes I'll scan mine. Most of the time it's a checklist thing that I'm just trying to, get stuff done. Sometimes the children just color on it in church. So that's how I use mine. But Amazon, we got sucked into the Amazon Prime Day vortex. Yep. And we got some new ones.
We're very
because
happy.
The surface does wear out. Like I'm noticing, especially on my calendar one, because that's the page I use all the time. It gets so the pen's kind of scratchy. So after a year, it's wearing out, and so it was time to buy new. Yep.
So I got the nice bright red one. I went again with the letter size, and I like the dots. So
I don't know if you can see the dots,
but on the page itself, there are a bunch of small, like light gray dots. And that's because I do both notes and drawings, and so that's a way to allow me to keep things lined up without having large lines.
And I went with the brand new, just released on Monday, Fusion book. And what it has is, like, here's project and tasks for projects. It already has a 2-week calendar. Now, I'm probably going to turn mine like this so it looks more like the one I had in my other book, and put times down the sides. It's got a month calendar. It's got the objective results action plan thing that I'll need to figure out how to use, and then ideas and next steps. And then it has the dot pages that Brian loves, but then in the back, it also has lined pages, which now you can get entire notebooks of just lined pages. It used to be all dots all the time. Now you can get line pages, but mine has both because it's the Fusion. And then I also picked up a case, a leather case. I actually ordered black, so this one's going back. But I wanted something that was a little more substantial when I need to leave the house. And so it's got like the pockets and everything, just something to be able to put other papers in, because it seems like there's always other papers that we need to carry around. So that's what I'm going to be sporting once my black one comes in. Yep.
So if you're interested in this, and one of the things I did this when we got the books for Megan, is on Rocketbooks website, getrocketbook.com, they actually have PDFs of the different styles of pages. So you can get a grid page, you can get the dots page, or you can get line pages. So you can download the PDF, print it on a regular printer, and take notes that way. So that's what I did to see if it worked for me, and I enjoyed it. And then I opted to buy the Rocketbook just because it kept all the pages together in one spot, as opposed to having loose pages, flying around. So if you're interested in that, you can download those pages for free and test it out, and their app is free as well.
Yeah, and you can, of course, because if you're just using a piece of paper that you've printed, you can use any pen on it. So don't feel like you have to go out and buy the friction pen just to use those papers. That's not true.
And real quick, as far as the scanning, and that's true for when you're working on regular paper, color, you use pencils or whatever. And so when you scan, you can choose black and white or color. So.
Right. So, and then when our covers started getting a little warped, which just a tip, don't put it like in your briefcase by your laptop. If it's warm, that actually makes it worse. Or don't put it under your computer or something like that, because the heat does tend to warp it. So I was actually searching for how to unwarp your cover, and I found a video on YouTube of this, like, I think he's like a football coach, but he has hacked the Rocketbook thing like crazy and has all these mind-blowing ways to basically turn your life into a Rocketbook. So I'm gonna link to that video in the comments, because it's just impressive. So I don't know that you want to take it to that level, but it kind of gives you an idea of what the scanning technology can do.
Yeah.
So,
for example, he made a frame of the Rocketbook page, and it's hollow on the inside. He can lay it on top of other notes he's already done and then take the photo and scan it that way.
Right.
And so that's what he's doing with notes he previously had.
Right.
And he does a bunch of other things with it too.
Yeah. So it's fun. It's fun to watch. He got very creative with this.
And because the world is so connected and reading my mind,
this literally just came like an hour ago.
I got an email from Rocketbook for take 20% off for the next 48 hours with the promo code POSTPRIME, since everyone's jumping on the Prime bandwagon. So that's at GetRocketbook.com. So in case you're interested, you can. That's an email I got, so I thought I'd share that with you. And
when I ordered my little one, because I wanted the blue cover, I could. Now you can get that on Amazon, but at the time you couldn't. So I ordered mine through Get Rocketbook, and the shipping was really quick. It definitely was here in less than a week. So, it might not be as quick as from Prime Amazon shipping, but definitely worth checking it out, right? So that's it. Let us know if you have any questions about the Rocketbook, and we will be happy to continue to wax poetic about how fantastic a notebook is. But those are the things that really get us excited.
Yeah, no, it's great for paperwork reduction and being able to find your notes later.
So that's it. Everyone have a fantastic day, and we will talk to you probably tomorrow. Bye.
Yeah, bye.